If someone's using the Wi-Fi to connect to other people and everything else like that, say, you don't think about that. She goes, I don't care about any of that, sir. I want your $100. This ain't a fucking charity. This is a business. I went, oh, you're going to go down that route. Okay, so my New Jersey came out. I was like, well, guess what? Then I don't give a fuck about what you want. Okay, I'm trying to save everybody else's fucking accounts here that are linked to your system. So if I have to, I'll call your boss. I'll tell your boss what's going on, and then I'm going to walk down there to the lobby, and I'm going to go into your computer room where all your wiring and your routers are, and I'm going to disconnect everything. She goes, you won't do a damn thing about that. I said, yeah, watch me. So I got off the phone with my company that I work for. I said, let me call you right back. I'm having issues. He heard everything. He goes, dude, we've been monitoring the hotel for 3 months. 3 months. We have literally been monitoring that. I had a laptop from work, and every fucking night I sat there and I watched code after code after code after code. Okay, trying to see if someone's in that hotel that stays there monthly is literally doing what they do best. This one calls cops. It took one city cop and 4 sheriff's cops for me. I'm standing outside smoking a cigarette. I'm on the phone with Cash App's support. Back on the phone, got off the phone with the boss. He's calling, trying to get a hold of the manager. She's not answering the phone. She knows who it is. She's not answering. I saw her pick up her cell phone. She goes, well, I'm not answering that right now just because you want him to answer. I'm like, lady, if I were you and you wanted to keep your job, I would answer that phone. Like, I'm telling you, like, that right there should indicate that this goes beyond your pay rate. This goes beyond your job. And honestly, you're going to be the reason why this man loses everything. For the 400 and something fucking people that are staying at this hotel, mostly contractors, you are literally about to make this man go bankrupt. If you do not answer that phone and do what he tells you to do, she would not do it. She would not answer the desk phone. She would not answer her cell phone. She would not answer the office phone. That's where the big guy sits. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if this woman lost her job. But if she didn't, please, by all means, go ahead, call in, and trust me, you don't have to say much. They already know who you'll be talking about. Just say it's the nighttime shift manager. And if you really want to, and make a complaint, because she just threw 3 kids out on the street in 20-degree weather. Thank God we have friends, and we're staying with them. We're safe, you know what I mean? We're good, and everything. Like, I don't know. I'm going to try to do this. They're back there. They're sleeping. Megan's back there, and everything else like that. They're all good. All right? We're safe. We're pretty much like this. We're in a house right now where I would have to make, let's say if this was the Wild Wild West, I would have to make a career out of banks, taking from banks a career, like a lifetime career, to be able to afford a house that I'm currently in right now. Because I know not in my lifetime, I will never own something like this. Even if I had good credit, I wouldn't. It kind of reminds me of home, like Jersey, where I went to school with some kids that were from Rumson, and those houses go from the minimum of 1.1 million to up. That's a nice house. Let's just put it that way. So we're with people that we know. What's best about it is that Joey, a lot of you guys that are, know about Joey, he's autistic. He's a level 3, nonverbal. And our friend's husband is a certified special needs school teacher. And they have kids of their own that suffer from autism and stuff like that. And Joey has been on a ball. I see a complete 180 with him. It makes me happy. Liam, I mean, they have a house. They have the house upstairs. Like right now, we're in a playroom right now. In this playroom, I'm dead ass serious about this. So, what is that? Can anybody tell me what that is? Can anybody tell me what that is? Here, let me help you out for a little bit. Probably won't be able to see it. This is the upstairs room. And if you say that's an outdoor, yeah, no, here, let me come, wait, it gets better. It gets real better. Now shine it. That's an outdoor play set, swing set, in a bedroom. These things are like 10 feet long. I would say about 5 foot, maybe 5.5, 6 feet wide. That is a, yeah, it's really cool. I didn't believe them at first, but I was like, I came up here because they told us we were going to stay in here. And, I looked up and I'm like, they really do have a full-size outdoor swing set up here in a bedroom. Yeah, that's not including the one they have out back either. So we're with some good people. Now, we had the choice to stay after Christmas. The husband has some family coming in from out of state. So what we're going to be doing on Thursday, we will be going back into a hotel. That's if we can find a hotel that will let us. That's not packed. Which actually I'm doing that tomorrow because we have to look around or something. And then after Christmas, if we want to come back, join my team. If we want to come back, we can if we want to. Now there's some things that we would have to do to stay here and everything. Which one thing I don't have a problem with, and actually it would definitely help out my part because a lot of people, they see, like, when I do my videos on Facebook, my Facebook only has like close family that still talk to me and friends that I talk to on an everyday basis. They know about our current situation, they know our story, they know everything about what's going on, they know about CPS, they know about everything. It was actually nice. I got to sleep in until like 2 o'clock today. I was up early as hell just because I needed a cigarette. So I had my friend's husband drive me to the store, to Dollar General, to get some cigarettes. Woke up. Megan had something in her PayPal. Someone donated $100 to help, give us some money to keep us, going. I did not get my deposit back. Supposedly we broke something in the other room, or the kids broke something in the other room, which was a friggin' lie. They were just doing it. She's just making my life difficult by not giving it back. So I didn't get to call the owner today. I'm going to call the owner tomorrow. I'm going to be like, listen, if that was the case, then you guys should have told me about that. And I would have had, when I had the money, I would have easily paid for it to be fixed. But if you're talking about what holds the headboard on, dude, that thing eventually was going to break. I was like, we didn't break anything. There's nothing that we broke. Absolutely nothing. You haven't even been in the room. You weren't in, you are a nighttime shift manager. Okay? There's nothing in that room that's broken. Or the room before it was broken. Okay? You do not work during the day, so you don't know anything. And if that's the case, they would have said something to me. Why is it that the two most respectful managers during the day, okay, came to me 2 days ago because I was supposedly owed money on a thing, and we got it paid up. We got it paid up easily. We didn't. We told people about it, and one person called in and said, "Listen," said, "Listen, I'm gonna help you out with this." Didn't have to, but they did. if I don't know something was broken in that room or the other room, because they kept on moving us throughout the almost 3 months we were there. They moved us over 5 times, knowing I had all our belongings with us. Like, it originally was just me and my kids, my 2 kids, and because mom was at the hospital delivering a baby, I didn't get to see my son be born. Um, when she was able to be discharged and baby to be discharged, they came back to the hotel that I was staying at. They had moved us 5 different times throughout that 3 months, knowing that we have 2 kids. They're all young. They're a handful, plus my wife, that had emergency C-section, so she was still stitched up. So she pretty much was like, she called the cops. The cops came. 1 city boy, 4 sheriff officers. I've worked with them before, nothing, too crazy. The head house lady came to me and was just like, "What's going on?" And I was just like, "You need to get your girl." I said, because she just called the police. I said, "We're going to be escorted out." I said, "We have nowhere to go." I said, "You need to go get her." I told her what happened. I told her I tried to, and she was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." There was nothing she could do. By the time she got to the office, the police were already pulling in. I saw 1, then I saw 2, and then 3. I'm just like, are you people kidding me right now? Like, you only need one of you sent one of you to do a wellness check on my kids and my wife the day before. Now you got 5 of them for what? One person that's 165 pounds soaking wet? And why would I ruin my life to, you know what I mean? So as a little gang, the Blue Line gang, came to mind. They're like, "Andrew Scott?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." And they're like, "My name is so-and-so, and da, da, da." I said, "Yeah, I'm not answering any questions unless my lawyer's being present." He's like, "Well, you see, it's not that type of situation." I said, "No, it is that type of situation." I said, "I'm not going anywhere." I said, "I have an agreement that's above her pay rate." I said, "I have an agreement with the lawyer. If you would like, I can get the lawyer back on the phone." I said, "He will let you know that I have permission and I have written a signature stating that as long as I get them at least half the payment by 12 p.m., I can go ahead and extend that till 4. 4 is the cutoff. If I can't do it past 4 o'clock, I gotta start packing up. They'll give me an hour to pack up my room and find somebody to come pick us up and bring us somewhere, where either another hotel or whatever the case may be, another Quality Inn, whatever the case may be." So one thing led to another. They, used their intimidation and everything. I was like, "Listen, dude, like, please, I don't really want to do this. I don't want to embarrass you. Like, please." He's like, "You're not embarrassing me. You're going to embarrass yourself in about 5 minutes." I said, "Don't threaten me." Told the cops, I was like, "Listen, first off, technically by this North Carolina state law, once I start throwing out state, like, state issued, like, citation, like the statute numbers,
regulations.
yeah, the regulations of what your job contains. Once I start shooting out like different like citizen laws, like citations and stuff like that, they backed up. I was like, "Listen, guys, you guys worked with me before over at the hospital." I said, "I'm the guy that you guys had to come to with the reports of bringing in inmates, bringing in people from the mental side of the mental side of hospitals and stuff like that, with people that were like that suffered from mental illness. You guys worked with me. You guys knew who I am by name. You didn't even have to have the face. You just by name." I said, "I'm not the one of those guys. All right, that's gonna give you a hard time. You know what I mean? And there's no reason for 5 of you guys to be showing up." So knowing that they've worked with me before, knowing that I'm the guy that they went to, because you have to give me a report when you come into a hospital. I have to do my job as long as your job is to transport that patient to the hospital. No matter what the case may be, either he got into a fight, he slipped and knocked his head on his bunk, or he's just, trying to get out of solitary just to get a air breather. So basically, they didn't want it. They weren't trying to hear it. They weren't trying to hear it at all. I told him, I was like, all right, so what's going to happen? Am I going to go to jail for freedom of speech and everything? He was like, what exactly happened? I said, dude, I was coming out. I said, my Cash App was compromised. I was like, do you know what I mean by that without saying the actual word? I was like, so I'm on live right now on Facebook. And they're like, no, we don't know what that means. I said, pretty much, someone's running through my bank account stealing shit. And he's like, oh, okay. I said, okay, and that bank account has a debit card, correct? He goes, yeah. I said, okay, that debit card's in their system. I gave it like 5-minute pause of silence. He goes, okay. I said, now, the question that is running through your brain right now is, should I focus my time on this kid, on this 37-year-old man that doesn't have a, like, nothing, no weapons and nothing like that, which they did illegally search, which they didn't find anything on me, of course. But I still said I don't consent to illegally search. They did it anyway, because they think, because the sheriff's department, there's 5 of them standing around, that, they can do whatever the fuck they want. That's Roxborough Sheriff's Department for you. So, which is sad, because, some of these guys are really, really cool guys. They're like, it gets better after this. So they go ahead and write me a trespassing citation. I'm like, how are you guys going to sit there and give me a trespassing citation when I've been here for 2.5 months, almost 3 months? That room is in my name. The money that comes from that, for that room, probably isn't mine. Working a 9-to-5 job like you guys, but it's in my bank account, so that money automatically becomes mine. I pay for my room, okay? So how the hell are you gonna give me a citation when that thing? He goes, she's the manager right now, she's the boss. It don't matter, this and this and that, da da da. I'm like, you guys are just like, I really, really, really like. You guys are unbelievable. Like, you guys are really unbelievable. I said, I really stuck up for you guys. I'm like, the sheriff's department's cool. It's the city boys that have the issue. They're the ones that are trying to make a bad name for themselves. I'm like, and you guys are just like, I'm like, all right. So they're like, do you sign a piece of paper? I was like, I ain't signed shit. I said, technically, I don't even have to talk to you. My lawyer's not present. He's not on the phone. Whatever. Well, who's your lawyer? You're not allowed to ask me that either. You're a cop. I said, if anything, you work for me, man. I pay my taxes. You work for me. That's it. So, you tell a cop that, what I mean? And let's be honest, like, cops don't like when you know your rights and shit like that. So I started saying all kinds of shit like, all right, well, until my lawyer's present or everything, I'm not answering any further questions. That means I'm going to go back to my room. You can tell the lady I will unlock my card. She can go ahead, since the $100 still hasn't been taken out of my card, and I'm going to go continue and actually do something for my community and try to stop this guy from, like, hacking other people. And he was like, and how do you think you're going to do that? I said, dude, I work for Allied Universal Security Services. I said, I'm not just your regular mall cop. I said, I work in a cybersecurity unit. I said, I'm the one that protects your bank's accounts and shit like that. I'm the one that they call on to be like, hey, how can I get this done? Because I think someone's, compromised my Facebook or my Instagram or my TikTok or this and this and that. This guy didn't even care. He didn't care about one thing. He didn't give a shit. He was like, listen, man, I'm the cop. You're a civilian at this point given. You're going to listen to me. I'm not going to listen to you. He's like, you need to get your shit and get off the property, or we can arrest you. I said, all right, well, you might as well arrest me then, because I'm not going anywhere without my wife and kids. He's like, you know what? He's like, go get your stuff. Let me talk to somebody. I said, no, you can call your superior right now and tell him to get here before there is a real problem, like maybe you affecting your job and you never being able to wear a badge ever in your life again. And that's not a threat, that's a promise. So they called superior over. I talked to him. I know him personally. Dude, come on. He's like, dude, just pack your things up, bro. He's like, please don't do this, man. I'm like, bro, you know this is wrong right now, right? Like, you know this. He's like, Andrew, I can't do nothing for you, bro. He's like, I can't do nothing for you. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? You're gonna throw me and my wife and kids? Oh, no. They have a roof over their head where they can stay warm. She wants you off the property. She basically came after me aggressively. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. There's cameras everywhere. There's not one single camera of me approaching this bitch. Okay? Not one camera. She's approaching me with attitude. So guess what I'm going to do tomorrow? All I want is... Oh, thank you for the cowboy hat. How are you getting all this?
This is what I was gifted in my locker there.
Oh, okay. I'm like, babe, how are you getting all this stuff? So basically what I'm going to do tomorrow, at some point after if I feel like it, all I want is the trespassing taken off. Because I don't know if that's a trespassing summons for just that quality in, or if that's a trespassing for like, oh, thank you. Or if that's all quality ins. Because if that's all quality ins, that sucks. Because I have nothing bad to say about quality in. Alright, I was there. The owner knew I was working for a security company. I just got hired back. You know, saw I watched their security company car pull into his parking lot and literally was talking to me. He pulled up one time. He's like, hey, man, you work for a security company? I said, yeah, dude. I said, why? What's the problem? Be right back. Daddy duty. Stinky. So, you know, we're talking and everything. This was like in the beginning. This is like later on, like the week before. You want to get him? Why are you laying? You told me to get up and you wanted to hang out and stuff. Now you're laying down. Anyway. My wife wakes me up, wants to hang out. Now she's trying to get warm and it's laying down. And I know she'll be asleep in 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, come over here and hang out then. So, anyway, we leave the hotel. They pack up. My wife and her cousin pack up the room. We come back to their house. You know, we were given, you know, like, you know, you guys can stay for a little bit. You know, de-stress a little bit. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But from Thursday till after Christmas, we're gonna find a hotel for you guys to go to. Go ahead and stay there. And if you guys want to come back after Christmas, you guys are more than welcome to. And you know, if you guys, they want to help us get a car, they want to help us get back up on our feet and everything, and we're all for it. Like, I mean, we're all for it. They're like, you know, my husband wants, you know, you guys to take her, you know, drug test once a month. You know what I mean? Just to be on the safe side, so we know there's no complications, nothing like that. I said, not a problem. Yeah, I mean, it's for y'all that are coming in. That's an outdoor swing set. That's in an upstairs bedroom. We're in like the playroom. This is like a finished attic part. It's a 2-story house. It's a nice house, because it really is. I would have to probably work for the rest of my life and in the afterlife to be able to afford this house. So, they're going to help us out. The kids have been doing a lot better. Joey with autism, it is, man. It's way better than a hotel. And the kids are, I mean, they can run around this entire house. I mean, they don't even know what to do with themselves. They've never been in a house this big. They've done it. And they don't get yelled at. They don't, you know what I mean? My wife's cousins their kids have autism. A couple have autism. And it's just crazy. Her husband is a certified special needs teacher and everything, and I just watched how Joey and him interact and everything, and it's just like I'm learning something. Joey's loving it. It's a better situation. The department is still the game plan. The department's still the game plan. I really just want to take this opportunity and just save some money. Get working on site instead of doing some remote. Yeah, it is. I want to get on site at the hospitals and stop doing remote work, because remote work, I'm only getting $13.75 for the remote work. Maybe it's not cold up here. The heater's on.
Baby.
I know, anemic. I know. I forgot. I didn't. Joshua was going through some gastro problems. From what we were told, that he's still, the muscles and everything are starting. They're not fully, the body's still learning how to digest and poop. But he has gas.
He's trying to poop while relaxing his booty hole.
Yeah, he's trying to poop while he's relaxing his booty hole. That's pretty much what Joshua's doing right now. The whole entire day, Joshua has been good until it's always nighttime that Joshua has the issues. But it's like, he's doing good. Maybe if I wasn't talking so much, maybe he would definitely be, he would stay asleep. But, yeah, Joseph and Liam, they were fine. I mean, even when we were trying to find the right formula to give them, the only time they ever had issues like that is when we had to switch the formula, and we made sure by a doctor if we could change the formula, but they wanted us to swing. When it came to those two, they wanted us to slowly work them into the other one. So this one, we got them on the Similac sensitive, which has been working. If he would just stop wanting so many damn bottles during the day, it would be really great, because he's like, when we first brought him home, I think it was the first can of formula that we got for him. He went through that in a week? 2 weeks he went through a whole can. And we were like, okay. And then we noticed that he was really, really constipated and everything. So we brought him down to the Similac sensitive. And this kid drinks. It's he drinks if we weren't feeding him, but we are. This kid's downing I told my wife's cousin, I was like, we're gonna have to bring him up to an 8-ounce bottle, because these little 4-ounce bottles, at not even 2 months old, I was like, we're gonna have to bring him up to an 8-ounce bottle. Yes, we have WIC. Yes, we got that. Yep. We have WIC, we have food stamps. We have the state assistance that we need. And like I said, the apartment is still go. That is the game plan. Unfortunately, because of my wife, when she was on live a couple days ago, and I was sitting there and I was yelling and everything after the night that she woke me up, they don't want us going on live, which I'm not going to stop doing. I'm sorry. This is my freedom of right of press. I said, so basically what I was saying to my caseworker, I was like, you want us to stay off. I said, but see, this is the thing. On my TikTok, and you've seen my TikTok, I do more fundraising, okay, because I want to do that type of thing. I said, I have a group of friends that get together and we do this type of thing. I said, I have not once posted anything about 100% our current situation. I said, I've talked to some people about it, but I know I keep the minimum thing. So basically, whatever whatever you're getting at, I was like, I'm not going to stop. My wife is going to stop for a little bit because it was on her TikTok that, we got another complaint. So, they want us to stop going live. They want us to stop going on social media and all this stuff. I was like, you don't have the right to do that. It's against actually, you're violating our rights right now. It's not your call to do that. A judge can't even do it if he wanted to. You get the Infamil pack? Did we get the Infamil pack? I'm reading a comment. John Wayne was asking, you get the Infamil. I'm guessing NFL pockets. Yes, man. The ears get it all. Back to what I was saying. So yeah, like a lot of things have been going on and everything else like that. Thank you. Is he gone? Yes, thank you. So basically, like, we're just gonna be hanging out. We got an appointment with a caseworker from our county now, because we're outside. I'm not gonna say what county it is, but we're in a county where we're at the next phase of it, pretty much. Anyway, so yeah. So that's what's going on with us. So, but hey, man, we're doing good. The boys are doing good. And that's what matters, right? So, right now we're just, we got help with the kids. Me and my wife, we weren't used to it. Like, yeah, we're really hoping. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm really skeptical right now on certain things. Like, I feel like things are gonna get better, but they're not gonna get better the way we want them to get better. And I'm not talking about like our kids getting taken from us or anything. I'm talking about like, I honestly think like I'm gonna get pushed out of the equation, and like it's gonna help Megan and the kids out. That's my biggest fear right now, is that. But thank God our caseworker that we have right now, she's like, she's gonna back us up. She's gonna vouch for us and everything. Like, we already know that, and the people that we're living with right now, staying with right now, is just, if they see an issue, I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't know what else to say after that point. But the thing is right now to focus on is I'm still reaching for that apartment. Like I said, I'm going to get that apartment with or without my wife and the kids. Like, either way, I'm getting that apartment. And, there's no more moving around. Like, there's no more moving to another state. There's no more of this. There's no more of that. Like, I want to get working back on site. No more remote work. I want to get back to working on site. And the quicker I do that, the quicker like things will be good. Because then these people can see, these caseworkers can see that, like, hey, I work at a hospital. Dude, do you really honestly think, like, if they didn't think that I was the person, like, I would say I was, like, what I mean? I could be patient and everything. Like, I don't think these people really clearly understand, like, living in a hotel is good. You got a roof over your head, you got breakfast every morning. That's if the hotel does it. But, like, there's 5 people. Alright, there's 5 people in one room. Okay, we don't have a car. We couldn't go anywhere like we wanted to. And when we did have the rental car, I only had it for a couple of days, and that was just strictly for, this one for me to get my job back. Because I didn't have a rental car, they were like, hey, do some remote work for us. You'll like it. Okay, fine. They didn't tell me it was a big-ass pay cut. If I worked at the hospital, I was getting paid $25 to $30 an hour, depending on if I was clinic or if I was like actually working in the hospital, like at like a unit, like the delivery unit, for example. Out. Out like a light. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that we're good. We might not be on that much often, but I will be making video content. I am going to go back to doing battles because I want to show them, I want them to see my TikTok, not my wife's, mine. And be like, you want to know what I do on TikTok? This is what I do on TikTok. I'm just gonna scroll through the pictures and everything. I got everything in one file, in one folder that says TikTok, and just be like, this is what I do on my TikToks. Here's some recordings of what I do on my TikToks. Does it look like anything? We're not gonna sit here for an hour and watch it, but I'm gonna give you the highlights of my TikToks. This is what I do. Now, where in here do you see any of this? Okay, any of this, and be like, oh look, my wife's in there too. Where in? Do you guys know you get more falsely complaints, call-ins of complaints? You know how, like, how false these complaints are? I'm like, people would do anything to make someone else's life miserable. And unfortunately, we live in a world like that. We do. We've had it done recently, plenty of times. And these people don't even live in this state. Just the mistake of us being like, yeah, we're here, this is our room number and everything. That wasn't the reason why we were giving that information out. And honestly, it's just asinine. It really fucking is on some people. And just be like, you think I'm bad? Then you should try to get in touch with some of these people that are on here that joke around, troll around and stuff, because they're worse. They really are. But yeah, if you guys don't see us on TikTok that much often, it's because of that reason. They don't want me doing that. They don't want me going on live or anything. I'm like, this is my right to go on live. I said, it doesn't matter anyway. I was like, TikTok is probably going to get banned within a couple of weeks. We might be all saying goodbye to TikTok. You know what I mean? I do not know if there's another app out there that will be like this one, but I don't see why. I don't know. I just don't see why. What difference is it going to make? You know what I mean? All the people that have the TikTok shop and the seller shop and stuff like that, people use this app as an income. Some of these creators, they got it that good. And they make 6 figures out salaries at the end of every week. If they're lucky. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to us that are trying to put our heart and soul into our stuff. We want to express ourselves and everything else like that. And I get it. I get it. It exposes a lot. And what happened to us recently, that's one of the things they want to put a stop to, because they have agencies, they have law enforcement people that are saying that the complaints are coming in way too much. We don't know what's true, what's not. We don't have enough, officers on the ground to go out and check on these calls, these complaints. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you. First they tried to censor us. They succeeded. Now they, seriously, I would fight for it. Yeah, some bad things happen, but you know what? That's the internet. That's the internet. And there's nothing they can do about it. Once they've made the internet and they've made apps like this, it just takes some people that know what they're doing on a computer to ruin it for everybody, unfortunately. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow during the day, if I don't have to do anything for work. I know I got to do a couple things for work. I could do that over my cell phone. I got to give them a call and try to get the laptop back, because the laptop I was using the guy that hired me 4 years ago, that's his laptop. And he pretty much talks to all the big time corporations that, have us there. We're contract to businesses, because if they don't have their own like security detail, they hire us or another security company. Fortunately, they pick us, so we have plenty of work. We have plenty of other things. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let's let everybody know that, whoever's staying tuned with my wife and me, like, we're good. We're breathing. We're excellent. Just wish it was under better circumstances and stuff like that. And I really hope that, I really hope that that owner really, like, fires that woman. I really do. Because, like, if I didn't care about the quality and, like, I can easily, I don't even want to think about it. It would just take one video at a time, like one video, that's it. And be like, these people have their, I could say all kinds of stuff that's probably not true, like their Wi-Fi sucks. I mean, it did suck. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would be right next to the room where the routers will all be, and I literally would think, yeah, we got a good signal in there. No. I couldn't even sit in the lobby long enough to, like, for my phone to just be like, see the Wi-Fi thingy, and it just goes off. So, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Just giving you guys a little update on our current situation. So, I am getting follows like crazy. I appreciate it. I thank you guys. I will follow you guys. I gotta do it slow so they don't think I'm like, a robot or nothing. So, yeah. Yep. So, I mean, my wife's good. The boys are good. They've been happy. I could definitely tell they've been happy. They got a bunch of toys to play with. They're learning a little bit because my wife's friend's husband is a special needs teacher, certified special needs teacher, which is good for Joey because Joey has autism. And, yeah, man. Things have been good, man. Things have been excellent. I'm eating pudding. But, I'm catching up on some sleep. As you guys can tell, I don't look as exhausted like I normally do. It looks like that me and Megan are going to be sleeping on the couch. Because both my boys are spread eagle right now. Just... and they're going to bed good. I mean, the other night, Joey didn't even have his medication because we couldn't find it in one of the bags. Because when they packed up the room, I wasn't there. I had to get off the property. So my wife and her cousin, when our cousin got there, they started packing up the room. The manager didn't even know I left. And if you're wondering why the cops left, it was because I told them, or no, their superior told them they can leave. He's fine. Just give him, and I overheard him say this, just say you're giving him 30 minutes, or be back in 30 minutes. He'll get off. He's right, I did. I didn't even fully get to pack all my shit. Half of my stuff is still in bags downstairs in the garage. I was in such a rush to get out of there because they could get me with trespassing if I didn't leave in 30 minutes. That's if they came back, which they never did because I was right at Popeyes, right across, right next door. So, I will make it a mission though to get that employee fired, or to the point where she won't ever have another job at a hotel again. So we're not in the town no more. Actually, technically, because of our caseworker and everything, we're not even in the state no more. We're close. We're real close. Actually, technically, we're on the border, let's put it that way. Anybody that wants to complain about that woman or put in a complaint how, you let an employee with 3 babies, a mother that's still recovering from emergency C-section, had to control that, can't handle 3 kids of her own, plus you just threw out their fucking father, which is the biggest mistake you guys could have done, because this is why I'm going social media with this. All of it. I have recordings. I was filming and everything. Everything. I even asked the cops and everything. I said, you guys, make sure all your body cams are on for my safety and your safety. And they're like, oh yeah, we're always recording. I said, she isn't. It was a female cop. And then she wanted to not give me her name or her badge number or her business card. So I was like, oh, okay, so what's your last name? I was like, I don't need your first name, I just need your last name. She gave me her last name. I was like, how do you spell that? And she told me how to spell it. I was like, all right. And the other young cop was just like, why do you need all this information? I was like, because I'm practicing my rights. When I, a civilian, tell you what is your badge number or can I have a business card, you're supposed to answer it right away. Uneducated police. Bingo. This town, all day, every day. And technically, me being from out of state, I'm hearing this from locals, how these cops are. And they didn't give a shit that her uncle works for a sheriff's department. Actually, 2 uncles work for a sheriff's department. Oh. Go figure. One of her uncles just got a reward for the most something officer of the year. And you just threw out his nephew-in-law on the street. And his niece on the street with 3 of her nephews on the street. Congratulations, you're a fucking moron. So it's just crazy, man. It is just fucking crazy. So yeah, tonight I'm not doing any fundraisers tonight. I was when we go to meet our new caseworker, I was going to do a fundraiser on TikTok because I don't like sitting down and listening to what she has to say. I'd rather have my wife do all that. I was thinking about doing it, because it seems like it's not about the kids no more. It's about my marriage. You're not keeping the focus on the kids. Okay, so now the kids are good. So why are we still doing all this? This was supposed to be over 45 days. In 45 days, this was supposed to be all over. Okay? We were in a hotel for over 60-something days. Okay? We were almost in there for 90 days. Okay? This case was supposed to happen. It wasn't even a case. It was an assessment, a family assessment. Okay? Even though we were living in a hotel, my kids were being fed 3 times a day. There was clothes on their back. They had toys. They were given a bath every night, every other night. Okay? We had a plan. Okay? It took another county, CPS, to hear us out, get a caseworker that literally called me that same day. Okay, bawling her eyes out. How many CPS caseworkers do you know that would call you bawling their eyes out? Going, Andrew, please. Please. You need to get that apartment. Or you need to go somewhere that we can just be like, okay, you guys are good. Everything's good. I see you guys got help with the kids. It looks like everything's going to look out good. Your people's check out that you're staying with. Or, you guys got an apartment like you said you were going to do. literally sat there and told me and said, Andrew, please, either you get that apartment or you please go to somewhere where you guys have friends that can understand your situation and do whatever you can. So next time we come out, we can see that the kids are in good hands. Everybody's happy. This and that. And we can go ahead and have you guys sign off on that paper. And we'll be done with this. She called my cell phone number, my personal cell phone number, and cried her eyes out. She's like, please don't make me do this job, the last part of this job. She goes, I do not like doing it. I hate it. And honestly, she actually suffers from it. And I've told my caseworker, I'm like, honey, why do you do the job then? I was like, do you understand? Do you finally see what it is? I was like, don't get me wrong. I bet you there's families out there and kids in homes that are worse than what we got. Parents are worse than us. We're saints. And honestly, we do everything for our kids. We do everything physically possible for our kids. And for us to just get somebody to help us out just for a little bit, you know what I mean? We had no problem spending this Christmas in a hotel. We were going to make the best of it. We made the best of it in Thanksgiving. You know, we had 3 people say they were going to come bring us food. Never did. Her entire family knew we were in a hotel. We weren't living at our aunt's house because our aunt kicked her out and the kids out. Never invited us over for dinner. Nothing. Regardless if it was because I was there or not. No one. And it's a stressful time this year. The holiday season and everything. It is stressful. But you want to know something? It cracks me up. It really does. It really cracks me up. I've seen more people give a shit about people like me and my wife in the situation that we're in. I've seen more people that have less than I have and my wife have. I just don't ever get a break. Okay? Give more shit than anybody we've ever asked for help. You know? We know there's people out there going through shit. We know there's people out there that are struggling. We know all that. You know what I mean? We're one of those people. We're always going to struggle. It doesn't matter how good we have it. We're always going to struggle with something. The more important thing is that this time of year, it's not about presents. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. It is a blessing from the gods in the heavens to watch your kids wake up in the morning knowing that a big fat man in a red suit came down a chimney that you guys don't have on your house. Okay? And still believe it. And open up gifts that they seen on TV that they really wanted, or something even better than that. Okay, us adults, we're supposed to know the bigger picture here. And it's not about, presents. But in a way, it is about presents. Because whatever God of your understanding, or God's, or faith, or whatever the case may be, okay, those gifts were given to you. Those gifts were children. Okay, those gifts are a resemblance of you. Okay, I'm a firm believer that if you are worthy enough to have kids, all right, the gods, like I said, of your understanding. Okay, I don't judge anybody's religion or whatever your faith is. Okay, they grant you those gifts because they help you work on certain aspects of your life. Okay, they show you what is really like, what love really is. What is to care? Okay, to be responsible, have priorities. And honestly, they're gifts from the heavens because honestly, it's what you need. Now, some of y'all that are not granted that, and I apologize, all right, for having this conversation. I'm only having this conversation because I'm a parent. But some of y'all that are not granted that prize, that gift, okay? It's nothing you did wrong. It's nothing that you did to yourself, okay? Something, I'm not taking any things right now. Something are just not meant to be. That doesn't mean you don't lose faith in ever thinking like maybe the possibilities, the what ifs, okay? That's why we have things like adoption, okay? That's why we're giving nephews and nieces. That's why we also are godparents, okay? Something greater and better, okay, is lined up for you. And I know it's hard, and I know it could be really a big mental abuse type thing, but somewhere along the lines, your God or your understanding is going to put you in someone's life, okay? That's going to make a big ass difference in their life. It's going to give you the experience of what it would be like to be a parent, okay? And for you people that you can't have kids, I apologize. I'm sorry I'm getting choked up about this because I think everybody should be able to have the chance, but some of us are just unfortunate. And like I said, a lot of people are unfortunate. Like, you know, my wife is a high risk. They didn't think she would ever have a baby. You want to know if one of the real reasons why her aunt kicked her out is because her aunt's jealous. Because God didn't grant her any shit to have kids. And I thank God every day that her aunt doesn't have any, because we'd be looking at her aunt on the news the next morning. I honestly do think. And I like to believe that there's some things that had to be worked on. You know, I'm a firm believer that miracles happen every fucking day. And but for y'all that can't have them, you're going to be put in someone's life, okay? And you're going to be granted that gift, okay, to show that you know what, you wish you knew what it was like, but that help, that support, that love, all that stuff. All right, and like I said, I apologize to some of y'all that can't have them. I really do. If trust me, if it was my decision, snap of the finger, every woman that wants one, or 4, or 5, or 10, you know what I mean, they would be able to have them. You know, because they are truly a blessing from the gods. And it doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what type of faith you have or anything. It's just know that it is a gift. It is a gift. If you look in any type of religious or read about anything that has anything to do with faith or anything, it's always about babies. It really is. It's all about babies. And I mean, even the dark world faiths, you know what I mean? The pagan faiths. I'm Norse pagan. And if you look up, you know, what it means in the Norse pagan faith of having a child and everything else like that, it's mind-blowing. It really is. It has to do with the gift of birth. I never thought I would be a parent. I didn't think I would be a good parent. I was not ready to have a kid. But I was proud of myself that I was 26 when I had my first child. I became a father. But, you know, like I said, we have people in our lives that we're blessed we have people, and I know this is a really touchy subject because I'm trying to pick my words. I'm trying to pick the right words so I'm not offending anybody or making anybody upset or anything or pissed off. Because I know there's people out there that tried and tried and tried and tried, and they just it got to the relationship. They thought the husband was shooting blanks, whatever the case may be. That's not it. It's no one to blame. It's not you to blame. It's not him to blame. It's just something. There's something. I believe there's something else. There's something else that is your in your life it's come up to this point where a different destiny was put that way. But if it was, like I said, if it was my decision for anybody that would want them, snap of the finger, boom, got pregnant, boom, got pregnant. But that's why we have adoption. Trust me, people. You can look in this county. You can look in the county that we were in before, in this particular state, and you will see that there is not enough foster homes for just the county that we were in. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff that come with being a foster parent and everything. And if you think that you can do it, please. Trust me, I'm somebody that that's been through the foster program. I'm somebody. And you'd be amazed how many kids are put in homes, foster homes, that they should not be in foster homes. This person should not be a foster care parent. Luckily, my foster mom was. I love my foster mom to death. I'm not worried about losing people right now. If they can't stick with it, then whatever, it's a sensitive subject. Hey, man, all the power to you. But, and I know there's people out there being like, well, my mom and dad abused me, this and this and that. I was like, listen, man, just because you're a little prick and you're like, that you couldn't take it. I'm not saying all people don't have what it takes to be a parent. Kids are difficult, man. They are difficult, but when you sit down and you see the smiles, or like Christmas morning when you see them wake up and they're holding a toy or something like that, trust me when I tell you, there's nothing greater in the world than that. Me being a parent, I'm stressed out. You know what I mean? It's very, very stressful. But when I wake up and I see, especially Joey, he's the one with the autism. He looked at me today. He's just like smiled ear to ear. I was just like, you having fun? And me and Joey get on each other's nerves a lot. He gets on my nerves a lot. But that's my firstborn with my wife. And I let him soak this all in because I was like, dude, soak it in. Because daddy would have to make a career out of, taking from banks to be able to afford a house like this and stuff like this. Yesterday when we got to our friend's house, we were just like, they're like, listen, we're going to help you guys out with the kids so you guys can catch a break, which me and my wife really needed. I've been going through a lot of mental stuff, right, for the past, yesterday and today, especially today. I've been venting out to my wife's cousin. She's just like, holy crap, Andrew, I've never seen you like this before. And I was just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, we're in a better situation and all that, but it's just, I don't know, it's just difficult, man. It's just, I love my kids to death, I really do. And the thought of me not being around them and being in their lives is just, we didn't ask for any of this. We didn't ask for any of this. Um, we all have our mixed emotions. We all get angry. We all get frustrated and everything. And like we're just being normal fucking people, like that have emotions and everything else like that. And it's just like these people just don't want us to fucking feel anything. Like they just want us to be a fucking mute. And every 4 years of like just what is so special about my kids that they just want to take my fucking kids away from their mom and dad? Like our first caseworker in the town that we just got out of, it's just like all he was concerned about was putting my kids in a temporary foster care program. And I was just like, my kids are not going anywhere. I'm giving you no reason. I'm like, dude, you're the reason why I lost my last job. You and this agency. The stress. My wife came home with postpartum depression, dude. She came home after giving birth to a C-section, emergency C-section. Okay, she literally is still healing. Like she's supposed to be on bed rest for 6 weeks, dude. This girl went back to work at 3. Okay, I haven't even had a chance to interact with my newborn because Daddy's been so busy on, making sure we have a roof over our head. Even if it was in a hotel, so what? And this guy was just like, well, if you don't have somebody by this time, like, if you don't have a family or a friend willing to take it, bro, what part of, like, we're not giving temporary custody to somebody? Because as long as we have a roof over our head and we're taking care of the kids, I said North Carolina state law, okay, statute, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm not going to say the actual statute, but statute, da-da-da-da-da. As long as the kids are being properly cared for, like a roof overhead, for example, clothes on their body, 3 meals a day, gets baths. You know what I mean? Yeah, hotel's a temporary stay right now, but like, we know what the long-term goal is. We're going to continue with the long-term goal, but you need to understand from our part, we don't have a car. We don't have anybody that's going to help us out like that. Okay, everybody has jobs. This guy has showed me, because my old boss from Pizza Hut was supposed to take on temporary custody, because then the kids would be in that town, and we would only be like a hop, skipping, and jumping away from where they would be staying at. This dude blew up her phone like it was like a spam call. Would not stop. He was calling my wife like every 5 freaking seconds, trying to get a hold of my wife, to talk to my wife about this, about that. My wife hasn't been able to rest since she came back from the fucking hospital, bro. I told him to back off. I said, or things are going to get really, really complicated. And he was like, what do you mean by that? I said, if you don't back off and leave my wife alone, I said, my wife goes into a depression. I have to put her in a hospital because she's in danger of herself and people around her. After she just had a baby, emergency C-section baby, she's a high-risk pregnancy. I will be getting the most expensive lawyer I can find. You will never be able to work in another state agency ever again. You won't be able to work around children again. You won't even, dude, you might as well just go fill out a job application at freaking McDonald's for flipping fries. Because by the time my lawyer gets done with you and collects damages, you're done. I said, I would get it to the point. I said, you're a father, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you have a wife, you're married, happily married. He's like, yeah. I was saying, just think, you go home and sleep at night knowing that you separate families for no reason. Because your supervisor said, hurry up, stop lagging, we need to get this over and done with. No, that's not how this game works, son. We're not going to play that game. First off, that will get you really, really hurt, really, really badly. And like most dads, we will rock orange jumpsuits for our kids if it came down to that. Trust me when I say it. But I was like, you guys don't pay attention to the mental boost that you guys are going to give the mother and the father. I said, you're probably going to put the mother into cardiac arrest because her heart's going to be broken. I said, and you're going to put the dad possibly either in prison for the rest of his life. You sucking out of a breathing tube in an ICU. Or, better yet, off. Yeah. So we're going to do this a different route. So everybody stays safe. And then everybody's like, good. So, you're going to back off. If I hear you call my wife one more time, I'm taking you to court. I'm having you arrested for harassment. Pack buses, so they're like handicap buses for people that are, need rides back and forth to appointments and everything else like that. Nightmare. You okay? And I'm dealing with that lately too. She's been having a lot of night terrors and a lot of nightmares. I had one the other day. She thought I was having a seizure in my sleep, but I wasn't. I was having a nightmare. So I was like, this is how we're going to go down. I said, oh yeah, and by the way, next time do a better hiding job than, surveillance job. He was like, what are you talking about? I said, I'm on the phone with this guy right now telling him how this is going to be. I said, so I got a question. Do you always drive around in that Ford Bronco? Or did they ever give you a different state vehicle? He goes, oh, no, yeah, there you go. It's story time. I know you guys will be waiting for it. I'm like, seriously, do they always give you the new 2023 or 2024, whatever the case may be? It's a Ford. I'm not going to sit here and get on it with you. You probably don't even know what a transmission looks like. I said, they always give you the Ford Bronco, or do they give you a different vehicle? DSS, the Child Protective Services. He goes, no, I'm always driving the Ford Bronco. I like the Ford Bronco, this and this and that. Put my tin hat on, and Big Brother's watching. What's good? All right, so I called him in between two buses over at the DSS building. He's sitting there watching me from work. So I pop out the front of the store, and I'm just like a nice little Forrest Gump. Like, remember when he jumps off the boat because he sees Lieutenant Dan on the dock, and he's just like, huh. And he puts his arms back like this, and he goes to jump off the boat. The boat's still going, and he's just. So I walk out of Pizza Hut. I'm sitting right there in front. And I was just like, hi, Ben. And I saw his face expression from across the street, and I was just like, oh yeah, I love your face expression. It's priceless. So this is how it's going to go down. You're going to stop calling my wife's phone. You're going to stop calling my boss's phone. Okay? You're the reason why none of this is working out. You can tell your supervisor. I said, I don't care, okay, how long this takes. Because as long as those kids have a roof over their head, clothes on their body, and everything else like that, there's not a damn thing by law you can do about it. And I say, you even reach for my kid, you better hope there's a cop there with you. Actually, you might want 5 or 6 of them there with you, because I'm telling you right now, someone's going to get hurt. Someone's probably going to go to the hospital. And someone's probably going to go to jail. I said, I'm okay with going to jail. I'll take that slot right now. So he was like, Andrew, listen. I was like, no, would you listen? You're going to back off. And he tried to say something else. I said, you're going to back off. So he got a little louder and a little more aggressive. I said, you are. I did the same thing. I said the same exact thing over. I wouldn't let him say anything else. I just kept on saying it. And it got to the point where he actually hung up on me. Okay. Called my wife. Hey, lock the door. Okay, let the hotel know if CPS shows up. If they see a white Ford Bronco show up, please, by all means, call the sheriff's department. He's after you and the kids. Don't say who he works for. Nothing. Just say that. He never showed up. He never called back. Anything else like that. He wanted me to rush so bad. Please get dental insurance. I'm working on it, buddy. Anyway, I threatened CPS. No, I didn't threaten CPS. I used basically a thing called your rights as an American citizen, and that's what I did. Because a lot of people don't know their rights, and when you're dealing with them, they don't use, they're hoping you don't know your rights. Okay? I'm just educating you a little bit, you know what I mean? Because I've dealt with them before. And yeah, the whole, like, providing a roof, food, shelter, clothes and everything else like that, that doesn't matter to them no more. But yet, that's your right. So, I did not threaten them. Did not threaten them. I promised them we will be duking this out in court. Yeah. Saying that I'm going to get a lawyer is not a threat. Probably in your state it is, but not in where I'm living. I'm sure you have. Yeah. Well, you know what? When it comes to my kids, I guess I will. Do you have kids? Yeah, someone's going to jail, and I'll be more than happy to just fill that slot myself. What's that? That's not a threat. If anything, I'm just saying I'm going to put myself in jail. Who am I threatening? Who am I physically getting in contact with? Because nowadays, like, you can go to jail for anything nowadays, right? Have you ever even been to jail? Have you ever been arrested or got a ticket or anything? Anything? It's alright. Come on. No, come on, man. Come on. We can talk about this, right? Florida Outdoor Adventures. Come on, man. We can do this. I'm not going to do anything, bro. I'm not going to do anything. I don't feed into it. You guys are going to lose interest in me real quick. Never been to it? Okay. Cool. I'm real glad you haven't. I'm real glad you haven't. So if you have never been there before, you then clearly don't know shit about the justice system in this country right now, right? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, beauty. So, please, by all means, trolls, listen to me. I love you guys. I want you guys to come in, okay? What I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to give you guys a little, education. You know what I mean? Because there is corruption in it. Actually, CPS is no longer called Child Protective Services. And if you've been on TikTok for a while, and you've been on other social medias and stuff like that, in the state of New Jersey, where I'm from, we call it Child Trafficking Services. Okay? These people literally take kids that are from homes, put them in worse homes than they already are, or better yet, worse than they already had it, put them in the system and make money off of them. So why they go home to their families, they sleep at night, and they all have, had time with their kids. Guess what? There's a family that, because of, there wasn't, not enough communication with somebody else. And half the complaints that go into CPS are false accusations anyway. Like my wife's aunt, for example. The reason why she called DSS is because she kicked her while she was pregnant, about 3 weeks due to having a baby, which would be my newborn son, and my 2 other kids out on the fucking street. Okay? Don't go there with me. Don't. Because I've lived this shit. Okay? I didn't have parents growing up. My father passed away. God rest his soul. And my mom wasn't a mother. It resulted to other stuff. To, just get a check every month. Where am I? I'm on the moon. I'm on the moon. Where are you? It's right. I love the profile picture, though. I gotta say, I love the profile picture. That's funny as hell. So. No. Why would I be at the aunt's house? Why would me and my wife and my kids be at the aunt's house when they got kicked out? For no reason. Actually, illegally evicted. She didn't even get evicted. You want to know why my wife got kicked out? It's because she wanted to be with her husband, which was moi. And also, my kids need their father in their life. Because, we have a lot of broken families that don't have dads in their lives and their kids' lives no more. That's a different story at a different time. Before we got kicked out, we were in another state. We moved back to where her aunt lives. And out of, safety and stuff like that, and privacy, I'm not going to say what state or where in that state we were at. Where was I? You're not making any sense, dude. Where was I? I've been with them the entire time. Oh, her aunt, I see what you're saying was, her aunt kicked me, legally evicted me for defending my wife and kids because we went to go try to get an apartment because we'd been hound for 3.5 months to save money and look for a place to live. I don't even know why you're asking that question. That's what I want to know. Do I even work? Yes, I do work. Yeah. I am Norse pagan, and I don't follow your religion. She kicked me out because I got between her and my wife and said that she had to back off. That her aunt got pissed off because we didn't tell her we were looking for an apartment and we went to go see a viewing at an apartment. I'm being a little, So she got butthurt. Okay. This is also the same aunt that's jealous of her niece because her niece was able to have kids and she wasn't. This is the same aunt that my wife has that treats her 80-year-old father like a dog, a fucking pile of shit, and forced him to sell the house that he lived in and owned for years and decades. That's worth like millions of dollars. Literally forced him to sell. Because if he didn't, he was gonna make sure she was gonna make sure that she was gonna get the house and tell him that he was incapable of living by himself, that he was showing early signs of dementia. The whole family's so messed up. It's seriously a different conversation at a different time. Why would I live there then? Maybe because where we were living before, it wasn't happening. There's no work, there was nothing. Louisiana is really considered as like a dead state. There's nothing there. There really isn't. Why am I not in an apartment with you? All right. You do realize, like, when it comes to low income housing, like, they do background checks and credit scores right nowadays, right? Okay. So, since we all know that, we're all on the same page. Yeah, I do got a lot of things going on in my life right now. And the best thing for it is just to keep it as minimum as possible when it comes to information and telling information on the internet. You're not a provider. I'm not a provider. Okay. Cool, dude. Bro, you do realize, like, the reason why we hopped around so much is because that was my job, right? The company I worked for, the security company I worked for, actually the cybersecurity company I worked for, they had me go from state to state to state. So what's that no different than like a businessman traveling from like New York to Cali to back to Florida, What's the difference? Seriously, what's the difference? Again, I don't practice your religion, bro. I don't. I'm a Norse pagan. I don't practice your religion. I don't have faith in your God. I have faith in my gods. And that's it. I just don't judge people by their religion. I bet you they do. I bet you they do. I'm not saying you're wrong about that, bro. thought he worked at Walmart. No, dude. I tried to work at Walmart. I tried to work in all kinds of departments at Walmart. You must. I got daddy duties to do. You believe that you're something. Hey man, you know what? You know what your God says to the perfect thing? What it says? That he gives his toughest soldiers the most difficult freaking things in life. You want to know why that is? Your God said that. You want to know why? You know why? You always wonder why. You know what? I did ask God. I asked Jesus something one time. And like I said, I don't follow that faith. I did ask Jesus this one time. I said, okay, you forgive me, right? I make amends to all my sins and have faith in you, right? And you will bring me through the storm and everything. I said, Jesus, I got a question for you. Why do you put me out in such rough waters? Why do you make it so it's impossible to just breathe and just to get out of the storm and everything? You want to know what your God told me one time? He came to me in a dream. You want to know what he told me? He says, because your worst enemies cannot swim. That's why. It is impossible for them to swim in rough seas. I said, oh, okay. That's cool. Now, see, any other Norse pagan that, you decide to go ahead and do this whole thing with, any other Norse pagan would be like, yeah, that's right. The son of your God did die on the cross. Okay. To save everybody from sin. But you want to know something? My God, the son of my God, used a hammer to nail it. That's what another Norse pagan would tell you if you really want to get down with it. Somebody that doesn't control themselves that much. Because I don't know anything about you. I don't know, you don't know shit about me. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. You know what I mean? You can say that all you want, bro. If I'm not a provider, trust me, dude, guys like me where I'm from, they would be running. They wouldn't put up with any of this shit. So, you must be one of those motherfuckers that was over on my wife's live. Yeah, I know. I remember y'all. I remember. Because it's kind of funny how you actually, you see, that one keyword, bro. Walmart. No, it wasn't me that worked at Walmart, bro. So, but now I know who you are. That's good. Moonshiner, what's going on, brother? See? It's that easy, man. It's that easy. Let them come in. Let the trolls roll. Let them come in. Whoever you believe in, you're not a provider. A provider. Yeah, let me tell you. I'll bet you. Let's see. Let's just look at you. Let's see. Let's be stereotypical for a second. 372 followers, 511 following, and like I said before, buddy, the company I work for monitors my TikTok, so congratulations on that one. And yes, I do get a call and I do get a report of people that tune in on my shit, and I let them know, don't mess with that person, don't mess with that person, don't mess with this person, don't mess with that person. Oh, you could definitely, what, the black guy that's what was that, Kano Indo? It sounds like a dildo name, but anyway, yeah, no, they really do. No, it's no joke. Like, trust me, you'll find out very soon. But anyway, yeah, I came on here to let everybody know we good, we all right, and for y'all that care, it's good. Noogie, what's going on? Tomorrow I actually will be getting that report. Actually, I just got an email just now. Yep. I'm not gonna read it. I got another app to go on so I can let everybody know we're good. But hey man. Tiny Monkey, I don't know if you're a troll or not, dude. Yeah, you're following 18, 50, you're over 1,000 followers. You're following those many people. You only got 13. I really want to follow you, dude. Just because of the Facebook profile picture. It's just like... So... 12.6 followers. Boy, look at you, bro. Can I add you? Can I, please? Alright, cool. So... But yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Ding, ding, ding. I mean, if you guys are gonna troll, I mean, you might as well gift me. I mean, shit. I mean, make it worth my while, you know what I mean? And then I could tell everybody, be like, hey, man. Actually, I could make a shout-out video for you guys. And be like, yeah, these are all the trolls. And thanks to them, I got all these gifts. Yeah. Yep. How do I get out of the hotel? Unfortunately, I was kicked out. But it's okay because she got fired. I literally just got a text message from the person that works in, one of the people that work in the morning at the desk, and they were personally asked to contact me, and the owner told them to personally contact me because he's too busy. Personally wanted someone to contact me, which was one of the ladies in the morning time that's known my wife since she was like 2 years old. To confirm the fact that she did get fired tonight. Oh yeah. The owner and the actual president of Quality Inn, he was on a Zoom call. Literally, they put like, a laptop right there on the front desk. She was coming into her shift, and she was like, nope, don't even think about it. And everybody in the staff. Supposedly there's a video of the Zoom call that had the president of Quality Inn on it, already weighing. The owner of that district, of that hotel, the guy that ran that hotel, that owned that one part of, and all of the hotel staff and everything else like that were in the lobby at the time. Supposedly, they filed a bunch of complaints about her and everything else like that, and she got fired today. So, supposedly. If she did, she did. If not, I don't know. But I can't wait to open up that text message. Yeah, I was acting crazy. I was. Because that same day, my Cash App magically got, compromised. And all I was doing was trying to defend the hotel. You know what I mean? The owner was a real nice guy. Don't get me wrong. The owner was a real nice guy. I mean, he's the one that let us go that long on making our payment. If it wasn't for that dude, we would have been out a long time ago. Like, I'm not even going to lie about that. We would have been out a long, long time ago. But he was like, listen, I'll give you guys till 4 p.m. He's like, I don't do that for anybody. I see, like, you see these contractors that stay here monthly? I don't even do that for them. Plus, on top of that, because I had kids, okay, he was knocking $85 off our rent. So why everybody else was paying 180 some fucking dollars, he was giving it to me for fucking like $100 and 35 cents. Okay? When you have a businessman doing that for you, you are truly fucking blessed. You are truly, like, there was something there. And he fell in love. He fell in love with the fact that at the time, he only saw me and my 2 sons. My wife was at the hospital delivering a baby. And then when they brought the baby home, I brought the baby down to the lobby, because I know some people that work there. I personally know them. I've known them for years. I'm like, you guys want to see the little one? And they're like, yeah. And I brought the little one down there. And after that point, the owner was there. He was like, you newborn? I said, yeah, man. Finally got him home. And he was just like, let me come talk to you. And I mean, he did. I mean, it wasn't a guilt trip. He just managed. He just he came up to me. He was like, "Come over to my office." So I walked behind the desk. I had access to his office and everything, like if I needed to. When he found out I worked for a security company and I mostly did shit with cybersecurity, they've been having a lot of Wi-Fi issues and everything, and they've been telling customers that it was their devices and everything. And so I sat there. I was like, "Do you know how ridiculous you sound?" He was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "You literally think it's everybody that stays at this hotel. It's their device that's making the Wi-Fi, bad." And he was just like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No." I was like, "You don't know how many people are staying at this hotel right now that actually have service providers like Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile that like they're paying like in the hundreds for their service. Why would your Wi-Fi be bad?" And he couldn't answer that. I said, "Let me tell you this." And this wasn't a bribe. This was nothing to do with my rent or anything. I was like, "I'll do this for free, since I'm doing remote work right now on the laptop. Let me go ahead and talk to my boss. Let me talk to my supervisor. Let me talk to VP, where our headquarters was. And let me see if my tech team can, figure something out." So comes to find out, like, thank God, there was nobody in the hotel that was, like, trying to compromise anybody's account, wasn't using the Wi-Fi or stuff like that. I did tell him, instead of having a non-password Wi-Fi service, guest Wi-Fi, I said, "You need to put a password on it." I said, "That will minimize everything down to the people that are actually using this." Because you got people in the parking lot that I know for a fact did not have a room at this place. They weren't staying here. They didn't know anybody staying here. And they would just come in, pull in, sit a little bit, sit there, do what they had to do on their phones, and then they would leave. And I saw this every single day. So I went ahead, I reported it, and I pretty much, we came up with the conclusion that if you put a restricted, secure password, even if it's guest, it can be guest, but a password would do good. So what you could do is, every person that comes into this thing, we could set it up to the point where you could have your provider, they would have to give their room number and their first and last name to be able to check into the Wi-Fi. That went on. I found out that the day after I got kicked out and my wife and kids were asked to leave and everything because they didn't want our $100 payment. So I was like, "All right, fine, that's $100 in my pocket. You can keep the deposit, whatever the case may be." Blah, 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 blah. Over, done with. So yeah. Hey man, you want to call me crazy, dude, but you know what? I'm just a man that knows how to do his job. And sometimes you just gotta be that brutal. I'm from New Jersey, bro. We ain't a bakery. We don't sugarcoat shit. I ain't a southerner. I don't know what fucking southern hospitality is. I'm now just getting used to it. Okay? I'm a Yankee. On top of that, I'm a Guinea. And on top of that, I'm from fucking New Jersey. And anybody, even if you're from New York, go ahead. You know what I was about to say. You just don't mess with people from New Jersey, man. You don't. You just don't. We like, okay. You know how the Spartans were like the most fierce fucking goddamn, like back in that time period, the most brutal. Like, I mean, these guys trained for death, right? Jersey's like that. We're a small ass state. There's many states that we literally can pulverize us in a heartbeat. And New Yorkers would be the first one to be like, "Ah, Jersey sucks. Don't listen to those bennies." You know what I mean? We're loud. We're obnoxious. Everybody thinks we have a problem with them, but we really don't. It's just how we are. This is how we talk. Okay? We're not a bakery. We don't sugarcoat shit. You want sugarcoat shit, then you can go to some other state that does it. Okay? And honestly, we ain't the only state that's starting to actually like think and speak like people from New Jersey. Like if you go down to Polk County, Florida, the chief of police down there, he makes it quite clear. But that's especially when it comes to protecting kids. Okay, and honestly, we would move back down there because the county right there, I'm telling you, straight up, they care about kids down there. And we never had issues down there in Polk County when we were born. Actually, my son Liam was born in Polk County. He was born in Lakeland. Okay. My oldest son Joseph, he was born right here. He was born in North Carolina. And then Joshua was born in North Carolina. I got Southern boys, and their daddy's a Yankee. So, but yeah, man, gaming, what's going on, man? Follow me, guys. I'll get you guys some followers, dude. Normally it's not like this. Normally I'm doing some fundraisers, some gift goings. Some people, somebody donated 11 flowers and stuff. I put 10K on there because I don't know. I figured I was going to put $1 million, but I'm not that type of TikToker that like gets gifts a lot. I really don't try to do it unless I'm doing like a fundraiser event. And the only reason I do a fundraiser event, a lot of people are just like, well, you only get a payout every Wednesday. So how do you do that? How do you get them to, the fundraiser? How does that work? Fortunately, there's people on TikTok that TikTok knows about and is recognized by TikTok. You can go to these people, and if you're part of their fundraising team for whatever state that you're in or living currently in, they will give you, if you earn a certain amount of things. They like to do the roses because the roses could be a symbol of many things. It could be a symbol of love, respect, congratulations. You care about somebody. People, put roses down on graves a lot and everything like that. And not just black roses, or white roses. A rose can mean a lot of things, and it's the cheapest thing on TikTok. You know what I mean? It's 1 cent. It's worth 1 US cent. You get 100 of them for like $1 something with the tax, which it comes out to like 2 something. I had somebody buy 10,000 roses one time and sat here and tapped their screen 10,000 times. It was insane. They didn't stop. Like I was in the middle of just talking like this, just rambly talking, letting everybody know, tap that screen, share, like, and follow. I'll follow you guys back. I like interacting with my followers and shit like that, I'm all about the motivation. I'm all about, good vibes. I said we do all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I'll do a DJ thing where, like, if you send a galaxy, you can choose a song. You send more than one galaxy or anything above a galaxy, you'll get 5 songs that you get to choose from the playlist. I write down your username. I write down what songs do you say. I do a shout out video every Friday. I'm going to go back to doing that. I have been, because of shit being complicated and everything. I pick 10 top gifters of the week, Friday to Friday. Every Friday I will do a shout out video for those group of people. I'll write their usernames down. I'll put them on the list. I'll go ahead. They automatically save the recordings of the lives, and they literally have it. If you go into the thing, I'll show who your biggest gifter is. The biggest diamond gifter, or whatever the case might be. And what they do, and what I'll do is I will save that video. I'll save it to my gallery and on my phone. And then at Friday, I take those 10 people, 9 people, 8 people, 7 people, 6 people, 5 people, sometimes 3 people. And I will put them in a video. And I tag their names in it. And they have their own personal shout out video of them gifting. So other people that they follow and, can see, like, you're a supportive, a supportive follower, you know what I mean? You enjoy the shit, I do everything. I do all kinds of things. I'm not about half-ass work, man. I like to make things look, and they have to be legit. They have to be legit. I like earning right. And I know people that TikTok recognizes that literally if I would go to give 10,000 roses to somebody right now, that man would give me that man would give me $200 to $300 in my Cash App or something like that. When we do the fundraisers, I tell people, do not put down your Cash App, do not put down your PayPal, do not put down your Venmo, don't do any of that. My wife is a prime example of what happens when you do that. Okay? You start getting requests like crazy from random people, random trolls, everything. And it just keeps going on and going on and going on and going on. And what happens is Cash App or whatever will let you know that suspicious, suspicious fraud, even though you're not doing anything. You know what I mean? These people are just coming in and just requesting, help them out or whatever the case may be. You know what you're doing. And basically, my thumb's getting hard, really. Yeah, and I'm liking my own thing, though. Leave me alone. Let me have some fun with it. Connor, thank you. Share, like, and follow, please. That'd be great if you guys can. I like to put a lot of effort into my lives and shit like that. I really do. I see a lot of creators out there right now that are just having it like, that play the games. They literally have part of the screen, you're watching a ball bounce back and forth, bouncing back and forth, bounce back and forth. And these guys are getting TikTok universes, lions, leopards, whales, all these big top gifts. And all they're doing is just cheering on for the people that sent them. And that's great. You know what I mean? At least you're cheering them on. Thank God they got money like that. Thank God they're supporting like that. And half the time, you might be the #1 gamer on here in TikTok in the country, but you're not. You don't have any really like good content. Your videos are only been viewed like maybe 100 and something times, per month. And I just don't feel like